A few months ago, I made a video breaking down the 2.0 special program and share my thoughts on Rupture and why I genuinely didn't like what they showcased with issue 1. For those that didn't watch the video, basically I say that Rupture is an empty class. Not because of the lack of agents, but because there's nothing unique that justifies making a whole new class just for issue 1, since she's just an attack agent that can completely ignore the enemy defense. You could say that she's unique because she scales with something else besides attack, but that's not even something unique to her, since Ben, a 1.0 unit, already scales with defense and attack. And look, I love playing issue 1, but it never felt right to me to make a whole new class with an agent that could easily be an attacker just to restrict weapons and some teammates for this class. Now we're finally getting 2 new Rupture agents and a premium Rupture support, and guess what? Even then scales with HP. But I want to take some time to share my thoughts about these new agents and how Rupture is finally starting to make sense, and how this might end up bringing up an old concept that a lot of you keep talking about and asking for a rework. Listen, we both know how important it is when it comes to saving money on these gacha games, and that's where LDShop comes in. LDShop.gg is a top-up platform that offers massive discounts and good prices for a lot of different games, including Zone Zero. All you need is your server and the UID, and you're good to go. You just select what you want to buy, you up everything here, you press top up, and then you're going to get a confirmation detail page. Make sure everything here is correct, because of course you want to get your polychromes and your internet membership, right? You just wait a little bit and your polychromes are going to be delivered to your account that fast. Look at this. And you know there's double top-up bonuses that you get on the first time you buy one of those monochrome packs. LDShop got you covered because they can trigger the double top bonus for you. And the best part is that whenever you spend $80 in a single month, you get a coupon that allows you to get one of those monthly memberships for free, even in an internet membership, as you can see right here. Register your account using my link down in the description and you get a 15 and a 5% coupon that allows you to save up to $50. So stop wasting time and start saving money using LDShop. Thanks LDShop for sponsoring this video. Let's start with a quick question. What makes a character a Rupture agent? According to the devs on the 2.0 special program, Rupture agents are different from others because they have a mix of offensive capabilities and survivability. On top of that, they also excel on dealing sheer damage, which completely ignores the enemy defense. So basically, if you manage to stack 100% penetration on Ben, he's going to be a Rupture agent, right? Not really. Sheer damage does not interact with the defense multiplier, which makes penetration, defense rad, and even flat penetration useless stats. And the thing about the defense multiplier is that its purpose is to lower your damage. So by removing this, you're essentially giving 100% penetration without any sacrifices. You can still go for damage on slot 5, you don't need to worry about weapons or teammates, and not even use a penetration 2-piece just to get all the way to the maximum penetration. Funny enough, there's no such thing such as sheer build-up, so anomalies are still affected by the defense multiplier. I found this and made a video talking about it, but for me, this makes it clear that Rupture is meant to be a class that does not want to interact with anomaly in general. On top of this, Rupture agents also get a new multiplier, sheer damage multiplier. This is completely unique and is not additive to damage multiplier, the ones that you find on disc slot 5, some agents, wenjins, and disc sets. But the problem is that sheer damage multiplier is really hard to find. Currently in the game, the only sources of sheer damage multiplier are Yunqi Tales, Yishuan Signature, and Yishuan Mindscape 6. They are just as strong as resistance effects that sometimes are available on Deadly Assault buffs, some agents, some Mindscapes, or wenjins. But while resistance effects can be used by almost any character, sheer damage is something that only affects Rupture agents. This means that Rupture agents are stronger than attackers, right? Well, not really. Some of you might want to point out that Yishuan's score on Deadly Assault keeps dropping after the shield buffs went away, and while you're not entirely wrong, this doesn't mean that Yishuan is a bad unit. I'll leave a video from R2 in the description where he talks about attack versus anomaly and why none of them is actually better than the other. Basically, he says that whatever is being shielded will be stronger than the other options, and I fully agree that the same thing happens with Rupture in general. Rupture also has its own issues in order to balance the damage output. Their emotion values need to be lower than the average, otherwise they will just replace attack agents. Their unique scaling with 10% off your HP or 30% off your attack means that getting Sheer Force can take a lot of effort, and most of the time, it's not even worth it. Based on my calculations, even at 280 crit damage and 2500 Sheer Force, it's still better for you to scale your crit damage instead of HP for the increase of the Sheer Force. Add some Sheer Force buffs like Bunning Hu or the upcoming Lucia, and you can guess that stacking HP does not feel good. Especially when the only use for this HP is giving you Sheer Force. Which is why I love what you're getting with Minato and Yidhari. HP is not meant to just give you Sheer Force anymore. It's a resource, and you have plenty of this. So why not make use of it to increase your own damage potential? And the new Ether Veil mechanic available both Lucia and Yidhari increases your HP even further, which means more Sheer Force. Lucia also provides a healing field, which means good synergy with these two new units, but funny enough, the healing is almost useless for Yishuan. This new mechanic and gameplay style of high risk, high reward is what makes these new units really interesting for me. But I still feel that they can push it even further in order to bring back an old class that seems to be completely forgotten: Defenders. The reason why I say they can push it even further is because these units want you to consume your own HP to get damage potential. Minato consumes HP to increase his crit damage, and Yidhari consumes her HP to generate decibels. So at the end, you want healing to make use of these agent mechanics. I feel that in the future, getting an actual agent that simply wants to stay on low health could be a good move to bring back defenders to the game. Of course, as someone that refused to pull Zhongli on Genshin Impact for my Hu Tao, I'm pretty sure there will be players refusing to use defenders to keep these agents safe even at low health. But that's far from the point. The problem with these new units is that it makes Yishuan feel a little bit out of place. I'm not saying she is bad, and as I said before, I love playing Yishuan. But if in the future we keep exploring new uses of HP as a way to increase the damage potential, then Yishuan kinda falls behind. Funny enough, Yishuan Ultimate balances the HP on your squad, meaning that she can work as a healing agent for some other units. So I'm kinda curious if dual Rupture will be a thing in the future in order to explore some of the techs available on Yishuan's kit, and to make it even with anomaly and attack agents that can be played around double DPS things. Anyway, these are my thoughts about Rupture agents that I want to share with you all. I like the way they are finally adding new mechanics to this class and slowly making it unique. A lot of comments on my previous videos said that getting a new class as early as possible is better than getting it later, and I agree, assuming there's something unique to justify making a new class, and not just restrict engines and team compositions in order to sell more stuff. And let's be honest, Yishuan is just an attacker with 100% penetration and beautiful animations. Anyway, let me know your thoughts about Rupture and the new agents in the comments down below, and thank you so much for watching this video. Have a good day, good night, wherever you are. Let's see you next time.